What up? This Dom Kennedy, West Side. We still getting money. We kicking it live right here. Stash TV. Get home safely.
Parker. Dom Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. First thing I want to ask you about is your last project, the Yellow album. One of the most heralded projects of the year. You know what I'm saying? It was a soundtrack of the summer for most people.
Yeah.
Tell me about the mindset that you were at when you put that.
If I put that together. My mindset was like pretty much, I think it was what the music said, you know what I'm saying? What the music feels like. It was very just honest, you know, that's why I feel like it came out so simple. But I mean, one day, like a couple months after it was out or whatever, I was just thinking about the Yellow album, and I was like, the first lines of it is I'm just exploring, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's what that project is. It's like, kind of like restarting. Like I wanted to feel like how I felt before, you know, if you think about it, but without being influenced by anything. Like if you never really heard somebody rap or heard, you know, that somebody gets radio spins because of this style of music, like what honestly would you make? A lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of these rappers, they have never had a project that represents that. I do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the Yellow album is. It's like the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right, well that, speaking on following what you want to do and not what plays on the radio and stuff like that, following that formula, you still managed to build yourself an amazing, almost cult-like following to your music. Whenever anything's tweeted about Dom Kennedy or whenever you tweet about Get Home Safely, it's like there's a frenzy for it. So, you know, just kind of explain your process about being, I'd like to say, intimately distant with your fans.
Well, I mean, it's come to the point now, it's like this because, you know, like we were saying, like I was telling you earlier, like even off camera, but now it's on camera that I don't really feel the need. So I was telling my homie too, like I don't really feel the need to talk about too much, you know, because I feel like it's all in the music now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, if you wonder why, then there'll be a song on there that'll actually let you know, like why, you know, maybe I'm not the most out and you know, saying a lot of stuff because like I don't really have nothing to talk about. Like I'm here, I'm fine with making good music. As long as I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna just make the best music that I love to make, and that'll be enough for me. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like when I get into other things, or when you get into other things like having jokes and being funny and giving insight and wisdom, you know, like that's not what I do though. You know, even no matter how good it is, how funny it is, like that's not what I do. That's not what people, you know, love me. It's just to make songs. So it's like, let me just focus on that, see what happens.
Okay, all right, well, which brings us to Get Home Safely, you know, the new project that everybody's waiting for, and it goes without saying, the summer can't really start until you drop a mixtape or drop a project. So what's the process on that? Like, tell me about your mindset behind
I mean, the process on that is, and the mindset is just, man, it's a great one. It's a great mission that I was on to make Get Home Safely. You know what I'm saying? It was after the Yellow album, I got to the point where I really was like, you know, do I even want to make music? And if I'm gonna continue to, what is it gonna be? Or what am I gonna be about? What is my legacy gonna say? You know, and I had the choice to decide my fate. You know, so I was like, I figured out that I wanted to, you know, take that serious, you know what I'm saying, and try to, you know, up my game, you know, come with a, you know, do basically what when I guess hip hop was first started, I wanted to be in the end how it was when it started, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's even arguably if it's even still hip hop anymore. So on the way out, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be how it was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
So you really contemplated walking away from all this?
I mean, nah. I mean, off from all of what though? You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. Like, I'm not a rapper. I never made no money in the music industry. You feel me? They never turned my lights on one time or bought me a hamburger. You feel me? So what am I walking away from? I'ma always do music, but I did that. You know, we did that before. You know, we was doing interviews. I was doing music. If you ask me, was I gonna not do music? No, I was gonna do music. But I mean, what do I want it to be? You know what I'm saying? What am I even, you know, I could make money doing a lot of things now. I don't need music to make money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at that point it's a choice. And so all I'm saying is if I'm gonna be here, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna take it seriously.
Now a lot of people say you kind of you march to the beat of your own drum. You know what I mean? Like you don't tweet as much. You're not really out there like that, but when you do, you know what I mean, it's all, like you said, it's all about the music. You don't talk much, you just let your music speak for everything. So tell me a little bit about, you know, just how you've managed to create such a large following, you know what I'm saying? Like even if, you know, you said music hasn't paid your bills, but I mean.
No, I said the industry.
The industry hasn't paid your bills.
Yeah, the music industry hasn't paid my bills.
If you stop rapping or stop making music for certain people, there'd be a lot of upset people. So,
I mean, well, that means that either I'm doing a good job or the people that's in the music industry is doing a terrible job. It can only be one of those two things. You feel me? So we about to find out the answer. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody else is making so much money off rap or hip hop and they doing so good, why do you even need me? Why do you even care? You know what I'm saying? The answer, at this point in history, it has to be one or the other. We can't both be right. Like, they can't be right and I'll be right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to have to be right, somebody's going to have to continue, and somebody's going to have to stop. That's just the way it's going to have to be at this point. You feel me? Because it's, you know what I mean? That's just where we at. We done did all the other little chess pieces, like, either they right and I'm wrong, or I'm right, they wrong. You know what I'm saying? I win, they can't be, we can't, you know what I mean? Because we never have. So it's like, in a sense, it's like, what do you do when you then came out every day and tried to be something? Niggas tried to kill you every day, or they tried to, and then now you made it through and you like, damn, how are we friends now? How do I trust you now? That's what Get Home Safety is about. What do I do with you now that we know that you didn't want us to be here, but we still here, and now it's looking better for us. Every day it get brighter for me, it get darker for them. You know what I'm saying? So what do we do?
So is the new project gonna have like a darker feel to it?
Nah, it could. You know what I'm saying? The album conceptually really comes from, you know, after all of that, like, you gotta understand, Yellow Album is not even a part of the story. This is just like the introduction. You feel me? The Get Home Safely is the first chapter. You know what I'm saying, of the book. So it's not, you know, the beginning of it. Was the beginning of hip hop dark? If it was, then yeah, I guess it would be. But I don't know. I don't know. What is it even about anymore? You know what I'm saying? What is it about? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a dark person at all. So I don't see how nor does my mind. Like, I may Get Home Safely, you know, partly inspired by my homeboy. One of my best friends from elementary school died last year, and you know, it was a personal mission of mine to dedicate this whole whatever, you know, it was gonna be to him. Now at that time, you ask yourself, okay, is that dark? But me and my homie, we never had bad times together. You feel me? So if anything, it'll be the opposite. You feel me? If anything, it could, like I said, life is depending on how you look at it, where you sitting on the table. I mean, you could look at shit and be like, it's fucked up. Ain't no jobs. Schools look like jails. You know, nobody's giving us a shot. Or you could be like, wait a minute, we could actually do this. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you are. Me, I'm Dom Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Get Home Safely. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the album. You feel me? That's it. That's what's gonna be on there. You know? That's what's gonna be on there.